We wanted to get a better idea of what this protest means. To help us understand how opponents view the Northern Gateway pipeline, we're joined by activist and environmentalist Clayton Thomas-Muller. He's in Ottawa tonight. He just returned from this week's demonstration in Prince Rupert. Thank you for joining us this evening, sir. Now, we still haven't really got a clear picture of the protest in Prince Rupert. Can you tell us a little bit about the protest? How many people showed up, and what was the mood there?
Absolutely. The mood was one of power and awe, you know, in the incredible force represented by the GITGA'AT Nation, who hosted Saturday's protest, and the dozens of First Nations and hundreds of Canadians and allies alike from the NGO sector and the fisheries sector that came into Prince Rupert. You know, the official police report from the protest on Saturday put the numbers at 2,000, and it was a wonderful day, you know, but also very serious in its undertone. A very clear and direct message to Enbridge and Prime Minister Harper that this pipeline and these super tankers will not be crossing First Nations territory in BC.
All right, sir. Well, we've heard that Enbridge has signed deals with many First Nations, or they say they have. Do you know of any Albertan, BC First Nations who have signed on to the pipeline?
No, any proponents of the pipeline from the First Nations side have definitely been keeping their lips sealed on their support. If that is even the case, I don't want to speculate. We do know that when the one hereditary chief came out from the GITGA'AT in his support, that you know, the GITGA'AT took clear and decisive action and removed him from his authority and shut down the Treaty Commission office to which he claimed to be representing. And so, you know, I would not want to be in a position, at least going against the over 100 First Nations that have signed the Fraser River Declaration opposing Enbridge. So we'll see what happens.
All right, sir. Well, you know, Enbridge says that it is offering a pretty good deal to First Nations. You know, they're offering a big stake in the project, so they say. What do you say to poor First Nations communities that are contemplating taking that deal?
Well, what I heard from leadership at Saturday's protest from the GITGA'AT and the dozens of First Nation speakers that stood up, you know, at the Civic Center in Prince Rupert was that there are 54,000 directly related fisheries jobs at stake, and tens of thousands of other jobs related to the pristine ecosystem in northern BC, from ecotourism and other industries that are directly threatened by, you know, the Enbridge Gateway pipeline should it rupture, or if one of these super tankers were to run aground in the waters there off the shores of Kitimat. You know, I think what it comes down to is that the equity stake that Enbridge is offering in no way replaces the sacred cultural interconnectedness that First Nations and British Columbians share with the salmon industry in that region, and no money will ever be able to replace what they already appreciated since time immemorial, and what they will protect.
Well, sir, we only have a few seconds here, but you know, what's next? It seems like the government is interested in forwarding this project. There are certainly oil companies who are interested in pushing it through. What's next for your side?
Well, you know, what's next is basically we will continue through the joint review panel hearings, which continue to travel from community to community. Prime Minister Harper is in China today trying to sell something to which he doesn't own. And, you know, we will continue to work hard on our end to protect the sacredness of Mother Earth and to promote economic development that is responsible and rooted in protecting our environment.
All right, sir. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.